Self-made independent hoe, I'm all about my businesses. I consistently continue to bring energy and know that keep it popping like I'm full of electricity. Try to hold me out, I wish you would have the audacity. Take a reflexive, now I'm shitting on the industry. Self-made not a title cause it's my identity, and wear it on my skin like it's a part of my ethnicity. Mary keep on blowing like instruments in the symphony. They keep a player buzzing like Twitter when you mention me. Being 100's a everyday living tendency, and ain't faced by hating, it makes me increase my intensity.
YouTube world, what it do? What is good, everybody? It's been a long time checking in. Y'all know what it is. The one man force, the eyes and flavor of DFW sports, rocking everything in the DFW land. You're super fan from this land. Y'all see the decor in the background. Y'all know what it is. Every time we jump in, going in on these YouTube live specials, man. Y'all already know DFW Sports Raps. Like, subscribe, hit that notification chime before we jump off. Follow me on X at Drewski Selfmade. Follow me on Instagram at Drewski. Follow me on Snap. It's Drewski. We get some things going down, man. Hey, it's been a while since I done touched up with y'all, man. There's been a lot of things happening on. Been some losing streaks. Been some positive things coming in. We got baseball season rolling in here, man. You know, got me a nice little live of some post games that we got going on. The Mavericks were back in action today as they embark on this 4-game road trip as they started off in Brooklyn against the Nets tonight in the return of Anthony Davis. So we'll go over that game against the Brooklyn Nets going there. Right now, we are coming toward the end of the third period where the Stars are up 2-0 on the Minnesota Wild. So we'll go cap that, what's going on for the Stars right there. And hopefully we get a good post-game vibes after that. We got the Rangers right now in spring exhibition at Globe Life right now. They are up 6-3 in the bottom of the 8th right now. So whole thing of DFW sports we got going up in here, man. So like I said, like, subscribe, hit that notification chime for your boy one time, man. We trying to get back into the flow of things. It's been a lot of spring cleaning, trying to get the yards right, get the tree branches, get the cars right. You're trying to do all that type of stuff. So, you know, the summer can be something fun for your family and everything like that. So that's kind of why we've been taking a little bit of break here in the action between giving y'all some DFW sports, man. But like I said, we are in live action with the Stars right now, as they're trying to go ahead and close up the Minnesota Wild coming up in here, and the Rangers are trying to close out the Royals as they're done left surprise Arizona, and now they kicking it off, trying to get them, you know, christen Globe Life Field or something right before they get ready to host the Boston Red Sox here this Thursday for opening weekend. Man, it's fun times going around here, man. I see some people getting ready to getting to the exits. They feel this game is already over. Okay, about 2.5 minutes left. It ain't always, you know, all it takes is them for, I bet you probably as soon as they can get into the zone, they're going to empty the net. I bet you. Let's jump it off first with some Dallas Mavericks, though. Dallas Mavericks get a victory, and the big return of Anthony Davis comes back for the Dallas Mavericks. And I mean, anybody that you can get back for the Mavericks is something good, because you know they have been injured, they have been battered, they have been bruised. I mean, any way you want to kick the Mavericks, you can kick them. That's how they've been kicked going here lately. But I mean, one thing I told y'all for sure, man, this team they haven't tanked it in, bro. I mean, I know everybody thinking it's better if they tank and get a higher draft pick, because at least give themselves a chance to get one. But the Mavericks are giving themselves a chance just to win every night, because even from the trade and all the injuries that's going on, the Mavericks haven't stopped playing hard. And that's really been the calling card. The Mavericks, they play hard. They, no matter who's out there, they're playing hard. Najee Marshall, bro, you see he is, bro, with if you don't get his contribution consistently throughout the year, the Mavericks are not even in the spot right now. For real. Just keeping it real. Empty net. Minnesota on the empty net. Is the Stars going to go ahead and get them an empty net of gold to seal the dagger? Let's see. Up. Stars trying to. My bad, y'all. Stars trying to. Um, but for the Mavericks, man, they just keep continuing to play hard, and that's something I can't take from them. Oh, they almost got the empty net. That's icing though. Almost got the empty net. Who was that? Matt Duchene trying to get his second goal of the game. But the Mavericks, bro, and like I said, Anthony Davis returned. To be honest with you, you looking at the way, he came out and he got you the first couple of buckets of the game. He only had about 12 points today, but it's not like he really pushed the issue to like push full throttle. So it's like he really took it easy, and I kind of got mixed emotions of that because it looks like, bro, he's trying not to get hurt. And when you're trying not to get hurt, that's normally when you get hurt. That's the old adage. That normally happens all the time. But Mavs, despite all the injuries, their offense hasn't been the problem. Give Brandon Williams his credit too, man. Brandon Williams, me and my bro was talking about this. We need to keep him around. We need to keep Brandon Williams around somehow, especially knowing that you won't see Kyrie until 2026. You got to find a way to keep Brandon Williams around because that dude is out there balling. Mavs shoot 56% from the field. That's great. That means they're in the paint, getting high percentage shots. Anthony Davis coming back. Now, this has been a stat that they actually have been getting a little bit better at. Credit to Kai Jones. The pickup of Kai Jones has been something big for the Mavericks. And just having Anthony Davis back, you get Anthony Davis, Kai Jones. Now you got Dwight Powell in there. Now you got a trio of bigs you can at least be formidable with. And then, you always got PJ in the mix, which was a scary sight earlier in the game. PJ did turn his ankle. That made me nervous, but he ended up coming back playing the rest of the game. Mavs 41-37 advantage on the rebounds, 34-30 assists. So the ball movement was going. 10 steals. The Mavericks, low key, their steals have been, here in the last about, 3 weeks, they've been getting sticky hands. You know what I'm saying? They're getting in the passing lane. They're doing a lot of things to disrupt a lot of the offense for the opposing teams, for sure. Now, we didn't get a lot of blocks, like I said. Anthony Davis didn't get a lot of blocks, but he did alter a lot of shots. His presence being in the paint did alter a lot of shots. And I mean, you didn't get okay. If you don't get blocks, if you're getting steals, I'll take that. Double-digit steals, I will take it. Total turnovers, Mavs were +8 in that. 11 turnovers. You're taking care of the basketball to some degree. 64 points in the paint. You put up 120, 64 of those in the paint. Anthony Davis, not even being 100%, his presence just changed everything. They made him really try to force the ball out of his hand and see if other people could hit, and that's exactly what did. The Brooklyn Nets really never led in this game, so the Mavs were incomplete. This was by far their most complete game that you have saw in a while, and there it go. Empty netter goal. That's the dagger. Mason Marchment. Good job, Miko. Miko Rettinen did get hit in the face with a puck. And Mason Marchment, let's go. That's the dagger. Stars up 3-0. And that should take them to victory right there. Let's look at the box score. What we got for the Mavericks coming in here. How many times? Hey, I only see 2 dudes on DMP. How many times have we said, bro, it's a lot of DMPs up in here, you know what I'm saying? We don't even have a full roster to go. The Mavs actually had enough roster where they were in a blowout and they were able to play dudes off the bench. They was able to empty the bench. What? Anthony Davis only 27 minutes, 6 of 9 from the field, +12, 12 points, 6 rebounds. And like I said, it didn't even look like he was trying that much. It really didn't. It looked like he was really coasting with it. Kai Jones, bro, his energy, his athleticism is just giving this front court even much more to, that they can deal with. He might still be raw, but that dude can jump out the gym as he was a +11, 13 points, 9 boards. His addition, Brandon Williams' addition, those are new additions that are actually contributing good. And when they're contributing good, the players are either good and the coaching staff is either putting them in a good situation. So sometimes two things can be true. I know we be on Jason Kidd top a lot, but at the same time, bro, hey, oh, y'all trying to fight? At the same time, bro, he's doing what he can. I mean that those two pickups, and then like I said, Quinn Grimes. I didn't like trading Quinn Grimes, but damn, Quinn Grimes was a great pickup. Najee Marshall has been a great pickup. For real. I like to see Max Christie come along a little bit much more better. I'd like to see him, get a little bit more aggressive with his shot selection. That's what I would like to see. But Brandon Williams, 19 minutes, 15 points plus 8 from the field. And I mean, him finishing at the rack is, bro, it's something nice to see. And they're making comparison that he obviously has a scholarship and he's in attendance to the Kyrie University, because that man, his handles, his hezzy, finishing it at the glass with both hands, bro. You can tell who he has looked after for sure. Najee Marshall, the constant Maverick that's really been your most productive Maverick. Plus 22, they gave him the rating. 22 points today. Najee was off the chart. 9 of 15 from the field. Cannot take away from what our man Najee Marshall has meant to the Mavericks this year, especially in this stretch with a lot of players being injured. But the Mavs get what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They get 7 players in double figures. Hey, I'll take that. I'll take that. PJ giving you 16 points. It was something positive for all throughout the board. Spencer Dinwiddie gave you 16 points. You know what I'm saying? He was 7 of 10 from the field. He was staying aggressive, getting to the rack. I just like the shot selection all the Mavericks are playing with. And it seems like they're trying to find it, I think they are just realizing, look, hard work don't go unnoticed. And this is not me trying to say that, the culture is right. No. I'm just saying for the players that's still here and the ones that did not quit and throw this away, your hard work do not go unnoticed, my guys. It doesn't. So keep on keeping on, man. Just keep on doing what you're doing. And like I said, we're scoreboard watching, of course. Now, a lot of people say, what good does it do you getting in the play-in? Because when you get in the play-in, now it's just playing. Mavericks get in, there is no pressure on them. And if you can at least get a full front court, shit, that'll work. Come on, Boston. Come on, Celtics, do your boys solid. Go ahead and beat Sacramento tonight. Milwaukee, come on. Now, Phoenix is getting hot. Phoenix is getting hot at the right time. So, hey, man, for everybody tuning in, y'all know what it is. We just talked about the Dallas Mavericks going up on there in the post game. It's basically a clean DFW sweep up in this thing, as every team in the DFW come through with victories tonight. The Mavericks come through with victory. The Stars come through with a shutout victory. The Rangers come through with an exhibition victory right down the road at Globe Life Field as they get ready to kick things off. Man, we having a fun time right here. What not a better time to go ahead and join my people on the YouTube to break down some DFW sports. So like he say, hey, Stars get to advance, man. And this was a big win that they needed, because they're about to get ready to go on the road as for themselves, I believe. They're getting ready to close this homestand. But looking at the Stars, they come through and get their victory too. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about the Dallas Stars, because they're getting ready to gear up for their playoff push. Stars get a 3-0 shutout victory, as you got good contribution from a lot of your team, good defensive effort. The defensive effort has been challenged by Pete DeBoer, and the challenge has been accepted as the Stars are starting to they're helping their goalies out way much more better. And, Jake Oettinger, he was the man of the man tonight for damn sure. Stars get 29 shots. They face-offs were even. 29 shots, they got outshotted, but they had quality shots. They really could. This game could have really been like 5-6 nothing, to be honest with you. But Stars get 29 shots. They get 3 power play attempts. cashing in on one of those being Thomas Harley, who did end up getting the first goal started for the Dallas Stars, getting them up 1-0. And less than a minute after that, Matt Duchene doubled back to get a goal for the Dallas Stars, putting them up 2-0. And then it came down to the end where, desperation time for the Minnesota Wild. They emptied the net. Great deflection, great team defense. That was the theme throughout this game on the ice for the Dallas Stars. Great defense was held right there. Mason Marchman was able to get the empty netter goal for the Dagger to put the Stars up 3-0. Getting that victory as the Stars get that's their 45th victory. They're 45-21-4. Still keeping home pace. They're going for that home record that I believe it was back in the reunion tower days, the reunion days. Shoot, I think the home record is 29 wins, 29 home wins, and I think that was back for the 99 and the 2000, where the Stars ended up winning their first ever Stanley Cup Finals trophy. So that's something that they're coming to. The NHL season is coming to its end real soon, real quick. So let's see if they can catch it. I mean, they need 3 more victories just to tie it. They are 26-7-2 at home. So trying to get home ice throughout the for majority of the postseason in the playoffs, that'll work. That will definitely work for the Stars. Like I said, your goal scorers, it started with Wyatt Johnson. Actually, he got the power play goal, and then it followed by Mason. Not Mason. It followed by Matt Duchene. As a minute later, he ended up catching a goal that ended up getting the 2-0, and then desperation time. Like I said, empty netter goal happened for Mason Marchman to put the Stars up 3-0. As they get a big victory, as you look at the season, they got 1 more game left. Out of 3 games, the Stars have basically upped the series, as they are up 2-1 in this series. Their game 4 will be down in Minnesota April 6th. Let's see what they do from there. Let's see what they can do from there. But, big shout out to the Stars. I told you, man, the Stars they're one of the main teams that's holding it down. I don't think they're going to catch New York. I don't think they're going to catch not New York. I don't think they're going to catch the Winnipeg Jets. But, they still got to, keep a little distance between the Avs, but that's right behind them. But big shout out to the Stars, man, holding it down. Y'all know what it is. Like I said, we'll touch up on everybody. And like I said, man, I ain't going to be here too long on y'all, man. I know it's been a while since I done jumped here and gave y'all some DFW sports. Like I said, it's been springtime. The weather is changing, so you try to get the house right. You try to get everything right with the family. You got outdoor activities coming along, all that type of stuff. It was my brother's birthday weekend. I should have vlogged it, you know what I'm saying? But, you might as well. I'm going to put my snap on here because we're going to start doing day-to-day stuff get back on the snap and stuff like that. But we should have vlogged it. We should have vlogged his, birthday shenanigans and stuff like that. So that's basically why you haven't seen me here in the last, few days, about a week. But, it's gearing up time. It's starting Monday. We done got a good DFW sweep. And now let's go ahead and talk about some Texas Rangers. Now, I didn't really even get to see what happened toward the end, but I see the Rangers had pulled away because I saw it was tied 3-3. And then we tried to pay a little bit more. We finished watching the Mavs, and then we finished watching the Stars going in there in a tight game. But then the Texas Rangers do pull it off. Now, we did get to see where it started off. Oh, man, if the season could have started today, I hope my man Marcus Semien keep that same energy coming here for Thursday, because them leadoff semi shots, we need them down here. We need them. I'll take them semi shots any day, as Semien was the one who got the party started today, as he had a leadoff first pitch homer to get the Rangers started going in there. What was the third inning? Who doubled back behind him? I think it was a line shot for Leody Taveras. Put the Rangers on the board. They ended up having a 2-0 lead. Now things did get a little bit shaky. Kansas City did come back and tie it up, but then after that, you had a mash burger. Jake Burger hit him a solo home run shot. give the Rangers a little bit of lead, a little bit of 1-run cushion, but then Rangers ran into trouble. Right after that, but Rangers kept on pulling more runs together as the 7th inning obviously was a killer. Let me see what happened because I missed what the hell happened in the 7th inning. And that's right when everything got good, especially for the Stars and everything like that. Let's go by the play-by-play. Can we get to the 7th inning, please? Okay, 7th inning, what happened? Higashioka. He had singled, got on base. Tavares ended up moving folks. Simeon ended up walking. And then Jock Pedersen. So your two new additions. Jake Berger and Jock Pedersen. They both get homers in their first trips to Globe Life Field. That's something that you like to see right there. Pillar, man, it might be able to say that he took Evan Carter's spot. So that was basically your game right there in the 7th inning when Jock Pedersen basically hit a 3-run home run. Give the Rangers 6-3. What is the over or under? Did y'all think how many times people are going to say fire Nico in opening day at the Rangers game when they play Boston? Now, I'm going to have a poll on that because we're going to probably try to go live tomorrow. We're going to probably do a poll on that to see what happened. But, man, if I can keep getting some offensive production like this, I will take it. I will take this. I think Tyler Malley was on the mound today. Yeah, he gave you 3 innings. Gave up 4 hits, two earned runs, walked the batter. But if you can get some offensive production, that'll work. Chris Martin wasn't to save, but you had Jackson come in and give you. But see, you got a great setup guy. They got a lot of guys in the bullpen that they can deal with. Now, Garcia came in here and he made things get real interesting real quick. But, hey, I'll take a clean sweep for the DFW tonight. I sure will. Oh, I should have looked at this. This is where I should have looked at. But we all can sit here and say, look, it's all about the health that's coming with the Texas Rangers. If our man Jacob deGrom can give you anything, like I said, I'm being generous talking about 2022 starts. If you can give us that and still be healthy to some degree, I would take it. Now, you just got problems with the lineup just because you're starting rotation, just because you got to kind of figure it out. But, they did get Patrick Corbin, so it just depends how good can he be. Can he really be a good stopgap guy for you? And then you got the Vanderbilt boys. What can they both do? Are they both going to jump in there and do some things? How long will John Gray actually be out? So this is good questions that they got to ask. But until then, the lineup has to be the lineup. Had bad news today that Corey Seager missed today's game because he got calf tightness. That's the last thing I want to hear. But reports did come out. Sean McFarland did report out of the Dallas Morning News, Texas Rangers beat writer. He did report that this is just more precaution than anything. And Bruce Bochy did say and feel that this will be just precaution, and they looking to have him healthy going into opening day. So that's going to be something to find out. Man, like I say, stay tuned to the channel because we're getting back in the swing of things. Opening weekend for baseball season, man. I'm going to have all the action that you need for it. It's going to be something fun. I hope y'all can tune in because we're going to have us a lot of fun time coming down here this week. But, looking over everything, it's been a fun night for the DFW. Like I said, you get the Mavericks getting a good, comfortable victory. They were able to get some rhythm, get some play, and able to get some rest as they will be on a back-to-back as they will play the New York Knicks tomorrow at 6:30 on the road as they continue on this road trip. So we'll go ahead and jump back in tomorrow with a Mavs post-game reaction to that, as well as some more things going on. The Rangers will be back in action tomorrow at 1:30. I believe that's still at Globe Life Field for game 2 of the exhibition game. So we'll give some recap on that, and then we'll look forward to what's going down Wednesday as the sports is starting to, it's getting this little mixtures, getting, it's going back and forth. But hey, we'll take a DFW sweep any day, any time of the week, man. Everybody, it's rare that you get everybody to win up in there. So big salute to the Mavericks, big salute to the Rangers, big salute to the Dallas Stars, man. Holding it down for the DFW, man. Like I said, I didn't want to keep y'all too long. I just want to, show my face, show that we still represent, man. We just had to do some extra things around the house and do some things around the family. So some things have been, postponed, but we're still looking to make the show a little bit much more liver. We got some extra additions to get ready to add to here. I just have to actually spend the money and actually do it. So looking to do something a little bit much more like that, man. Fun times, man. It's good times right now. It's always good when everybody can win. Seeing Anthony Davis out there, like I said, it almost didn't look like he needed to be out there, but hey, it's a good sort of, and it's been reported that he basically said after the game, this is my decision, and the reason I came up with this decision because I'm a ball player, I'm a competitor, and the players are out here playing hard. And when you're on the bench and you know that these players are out here giving it their all, they're not quitting, but their fan base is not against them. I think the players know that it's not against them, but it's just extra to deal with, man. As a competitor, if you can play, if you got anything that's worth about you, bro, you're gonna do something. And I think that's what AD is doing, showing that he got his back. I don't even think it's about Nico. I think he's showing the players like, bro, I haven't been here with y'all that long, but y'all inspire me the way y'all out here fighting and not quitting. Y'all, because the Mavericks have every reason to quit. Any reason you can name, the Mavericks have a reason to quit. But they haven't. The Dallas Mavericks are literally like Maverick. If you've ever watched Top Gun, like, bro, y'all go out y'all way to try to save the day, but damn near, blow yourself to smithereens just to try to do it. That's really how the Mavericks are playing, man. What he say? You would rather see some different, but they keep plugging, they keep scratching, they keep fighting, bro. And that's where I said, bro, I'm gonna keep rooting for the Mavericks. I was gonna keep rooting for the Mavericks anyway, but my tone could have been totally different had the Mavericks just laid down and quit. And like I said, it is actually justified for them to lay down and quit, but they haven't done it. They still throwing blows, man. You know what I'm saying? So respect it. I respect it. And I'm going to salute the Mavericks on that. I'm going to salute the Dallas Stars because, like you say, man, back-to-back years in the Western Conference Finals, man, something got to give, man. Something got to give. And I hope with y'all playing that amount of hockey for the last 2 years don't come to catch up with y'all down the stretch. And like I said, there have been so many Dallas Stars that has missed time on the ice just because they done got hit with a puck. Mikko Rantanen ain't even been here a full 2 weeks. He gets hit with a puck in the face, in the grill, in the jaw. Luckily, he was able to come back for this Stars victory. So big salute out to Mikko Rantanen for that. Big shout out. Big shout out. Like I said, I'm nervous about my man Corey Seager because he's been having a lot of injury problems. I asked this question to my bro, and I was like, with all the talent, both got rings. Who do you think is more injury prone, Anthony Davis or Corey Seager? Bro took Corey Seager. I was like, what? But if Corey Seager go down, having Josh Smith in the line of fire, that helps real big time. What up, Mr. Cowboy? What's good, bro? What's good? Yeah, I've been missing in action for a minute, man, but it's all gearing up, man. Ain't too much to talk about your Cowboys other than get ready for draft. I know they was at the Texas Pro Day and all that type of stuff, getting a good look at Quinn Ewers and all that type stuff. So this can be the year that the Cowboys will draft the quarterback. I can probably honestly say that. I don't, maybe just because maybe they might have hit on just enough moves on the defensive side in the free agency, even though I still think they should use a lot of their draft, capital to still, invest in the team and don't do with the quarterback. But the way Steven and Jerry has now, I'm not saying they blew, the sports world by the signings that they signed, but that they were able to make some signings at some crucial positions. Now you have a little bit more flexibility to go ahead and draft you another quarterback for whatever you feel like or not. A lot of people feel like Dak time is about done, been done. It is what it is. It's something that's just got to be answered. But I wouldn't be mad at it. But I can see them easily trying to take them a receiver at the 12th spot if available. Now the question is, if Genty or a receiver is there long enough, do they make a move to get them before? Because if they don't make a move and they wait to the best player that's available, their favorite receiver or Genty might not be there. Exactly. I'm not sure who's their favorite receiver that they're looking at. But I'm telling you, the more and more it goes back, I feel that they will draft the receiver at 12. But let's say I don't know about the kid from Arizona. If they stay put at 12, I think they're going to get an offensive lineman. Now, I think they if they have to and they want to, they'll make a move to get a receiver if they feel like they like them. But that's kind of what I'm guessing from. I believe they really want a receiver, but they're not trying to give up too much to go get that type of move. So if they got to stay put, their bread and butter is getting the offensive lineman. It is. The Cowboys have made some moves. Let's give the front office some credit. And you're right, man. Like I said, bro, they still some cheap ass moves, but they're moves nonetheless. They way more, and their inactivity in 2024 makes this all season in 2025 looks like night and day. It's just a total difference. All because they didn't do nothing. You need that type of number 2 receiver, a big body receiver that can, third and short, third and goal. The problem is they thought they had a T. Higgins with Michael Gallup and Jalen Tolbert. And it ain't panned out. It ain't shook out right, man. For some reason, it hasn't shook out right. But they do need a number 2 receiver for sure. What can they do at running back? Do you like the combination that they got with, Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders? Is that good enough to lay off of Ashton Genty? Is that good enough? It might be. What up, Marcus? What up, Los? Great. What's good, my guy? What is good? As he asked why they give up on Brandon Cooks. Appreciate you for joining in the chat too as well. Brandon Cooks. I just felt like this probably had to be something that Brian Schottenheimer probably saw. It's probably just going to be a different. He wasn't getting used correctly in the last year of Mike McCarthy's tenure. I mean, we knew Brandon Cooks was a deep ball threat, and I just think that they're just trying to move on. They're trying to be cheaper and at the same time get younger. So that's probably why they didn't. What it was I think they wanted Brandon Cooks back, but not for the price that the Saints went and got him for. That's really all this is boiling down. They want, if you're going to be a veteran, you're going to have to be one of the cheapest veterans. That's basically what it was. And I think Brandon Cooks is still trying to get him some money, which he did with the New Orleans Saints and his reunion. So I ain't mad at it. Draft a running back in the second round. So don't trade up. Don't be losing no picks. Get your best available player at 12. Man, you can get some more running backs in that later in that draft. You need to get one before the third round, basically. You need to get one because you don't have that fourth round unless you do something. So we'll see. Gabriel, what's good? Appreciate you checking in the chat, man. He said, homies ain't making no moves. The chicken's not clucking in Dallas no more. I ain't seen a Cowboys jersey. Bruh. You know, like my man Mr. Cowboy said, the only thing I can give the Cowboys right now is they made moves. They just didn't sit on you know what I'm saying? Now, the longer Michael Parsons is not getting paid, then it makes me to scratch my head a little bit much more. So Cowboys is more about a wait and see approach. I think everybody already has it figured out that the Cowboys are not a double-digit win team. They'll be lucky to get 9 wins this year. Just like last year, they could have got 9 wins, but I think the feeling around here, they're about a 500 team at best. And since it's an odd number in the season now, you're looking at 8-9 or 9-8. That's basically what you're looking at a Cowboy team. Even if they were to get talent, just for me, it's too much change going on. A whole new offensive staff, whole new defensive staff, whole new special team staff. You got a whole bunch of plugs. You got a whole bunch of moving parts that you got to fill in. It's not favoring the Cowboys, man. It really ain't. But, this is why you pay a quarterback a lot of money, his receiver a lot of money, and all that type of stuff. You got to figure out a way how to get it done. So I'm right there with you, Mr. Cowboy. I cannot wait for Thursday. Like I said, man, y'all like, subscribe, hit tune to the notification channel. Hit that notification bell because if you like baseball, trust me, we'll have some baseball action coming down here the pike, especially this weekend. So stay tuned. Keep it locked. We got some good baseball, and you already know. It's going to be back and forth between this AL West, between your Astros, my guy. So, do you believe in Mingo? That is a negative Ghost Rider. I do not. I do not believe in what is the name? Jonathan Mingo? No, sir. I asked you this question. Did you believe in Trey Lance? Because that is essentially the same move. You gave up a 4th-round pick for it, and you thought you was being smarter than everybody when you gave up these 4th-round picks for these 2 set players. I think it's going to have the same effect. Y'all think that gets dumped this year? Not this year. It's still going to take a couple years before they could. I think it will take a couple years before they would even think about moving up off of Dak. Now what changes everything is what type of quarterback could fall into their lap that's available. That's the only thing right there, but I don't see it happening. He said Trey Lance. Well, tell me this. Going into this season, now that you done lost Cooper Rush, would you rather have Trey Lance as your number 2 quarterback, or would you rather have, who was it, Will Greer? Or would you rather have a rookie quarterback coming out this draft class? I thought that he said, I think they thought Trey was Dak and Mingo was. I guess that's how they trying to play it. And right now, it ain't working right now. And like I said, the move that they tried to make, for you to give up a 4th-round pick and you didn't, I just don't understand how you don't make no moves in the offseason and then you get toward the end of the year and then you give up a 4th-round pick for a receiver that's basically he's a number 3 receiver for you at best. Oh, he's good at run blocking. Okay, how nice. He said Gallup was gonna be a top 32 receiver. Ended up getting hurt, and he kind of never been the same. But he's trying to make a comeback. Marcus said that boy Trey Lance is trash. In the words of Bubba Dub, trash. That was a terrible mistake. That was the most terrible mistake right there. It still wasn't worse than Nico trading Luka Doncic, but that's for a whole nother story. But that was a move that didn't make no sense, man, for real. Draft Quinn Ewers out of Texas. Man. Now, a lot of people will say he played Texas high school football. He should be used to the big lights. He went to Ohio State. He went to Texas. The big stage shouldn't phase him, bro. But when you're from the area, it's even more of a distraction. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that for Quinn Ewers. I really wouldn't. I really wouldn't. And I don't think the Cowboys. Would that be something that Steven would like to, would he like to look at it that way? That's a good question. I wouldn't do it. And this is not me saying Quinn Ewers couldn't get the job done. I don't think this would be the situation for him because I don't think Quinn Ewers is that talented. You're going to be stuck in the same position that you're already in if you're thinking he's going to be the successor, because to me, he's going to be just like Romo, going to be just like Dak. Okay, they not, they not top of the line, but they will win you some games, but you're not going to win the big game because of them, but you can win with them. So are you going to be able to team build right around him? That is going to be your question. And I think that's what type of QB Quinn Ewers is going to be. And you don't have the structure. You don't have the culture. And I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't think this will be something good for him. Me personally. Will be a good backup. Now, the problem with a backup, especially in Dallas, soon as Dak Prescott, because it's gonna happen. I don't even want to say throw a pick or whatever. In the words of my brother Bud, when he can't read the cover 3 or cover 4, and he throw that first pick or something, or he hold on to the ball too long and he fumbles, Dallas is a toxic place, and y'all know what's gonna happen after that. He said, "This ain't Friday Night Lights. It damn sure ain't. No, sir, it's sure not. This is the N to the F with the L. And if you don't come ready with it, that's what you will take a lot of. It's L's. It's a humble. It's a very humbling experience, for sure. Ewers as a 3rd round pick. I wouldn't be mad at like I said, I think you could possibly still get a receiver in the 2nd round. But I will say, if you don't like the couple of receivers they're not there for you, I can see the Cowboys easily falling back to an offensive lineman at 12. I can actually see them getting their running back in the second round, though. I can see the 2nd round them getting the running. So I can see offensive lineman, running back with the second pick, and then the 3rd round, I can see them getting a receiver, depending on who on the board. And I've told y'all, a low key, my favorite dude that I've been like to see is Savion Williams from TCU. Giving y'all some local look. Savion Williams, big body type receiver. You know what I'm saying? Has a little bit more speed, and I believe he can do more things in special teams too for you. He can be a return guy. He can help Kevontae Turpin, or especially when teams don't want to kick to Devontae Turpin. Now you put Savion Williams on the other side. Now your kick return has just got that much elite. Savion Williams can also do things out the backfield like Cordell Patterson is. I like his mixture of his game, and I wouldn't take a 3rd round pick on him, but you got a lot of them 5th round picks. I can see one of those 5th round picks, if he's available, to be up there for sure. Big body type receiver, strong physical, and can do a lot of multiple things for real. Gabriel, you need receivers, running game, and takeaways. More opportunities to score to make the playoffs. But like he said, man, a whole new offensive staff, whole new defensive staff, whole new special teams. That's where things get a little sticky. That's where things are going to get sticky with the Cowboys. And I've always said this, bro. when you expect the Cowboys, when you have the highest expectation for the Cowboys, they fall on their face, bro, all the time. But when it comes to them seasons like, bro, 2014, nobody expected the Cowboys to do anything. They came off of 3 straight 8-8 seasons. People like, bro, y'all ain't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then they went 12-4, but that's normally what they do. That's normally what they do. Tony Romo got hurt in 2015. Season went bad after a 2014 season. 2016, people like, man, Romo's toward the end of his career. He getting hurt too much. If they don't have nothing else. And then that came in to add something magical. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really expected it. This year, nobody's really expecting the Cowboys to do anything. I'm not asking the question, is this their chance to turn to glory? I don't see that. But when you normally doubt these boys, that's normally when, they always need a kick in their ass. You know what I'm saying? For real. I'm afraid to get a talented dude like Williams and do that Tavon Austin. But, ooh, you know what? You're right, man. But hopefully what you're hoping is Brian Schottenheimer has that creative mind. You're hoping he has that creative mind where, I know when to pick and choose my spots, when to use certain personnel, certain players. That's what you're hoping for. And, he was with the Cowboys for a while. He had the offensive coordinator position, but he didn't call no plays. He was installing, so he should know what his installs is. The relationship between him and Dak this first year is going to be everything because, it's Schottenheimer's first time as a head coach. Dak is basically like, he's your elderly statesman guy. Basically, he's like the last one left standing on the roster, bro. So a lot of people be questioning Dak's leadership. This is the year he's going to have to really make it different because he's the old head and he's the highest paid old head. So this year, what I'm looking for, Dak, bro, you're going to have to turn the leadership around. But at the same time, bro, you got to be able to do it too, where they be able to follow you. You can't be out here, bro, underperforming and then still trying to have the leader traits. It don't translate. So you got to find some balance and you got to find something to do there. This really is going to be put on for because, like he say, the Cowboys this year and next year is going to be an influx of a lot of young players. A lot of young players is going to be influxed here in the Cowboys starting this year and next year. So it done already started because most of the draft picks that they play, they are trying to get the best out of Mozzie Smith. Bro, you're going to have to do something, bro. Luke Schoonmaker, you're going to have to do something too. Is it now? Tell me this. If the Cowboys don't go heavy or high priority with a receiver in the draft, do y'all think that is going to open up the door for them to go back to the 2 tight end set? Do you think that they feel that maybe Luke Schoonmaker is taking a next level step? Because if he's ended up developing and you can, let's say Jake Ferguson can get a bounce back year, is that something that you would be comfortable in? Because y'all, a lot of people say you gotta give CD some help, you gotta stretch the field and all that, but y'all know Dak, bro. Dak is trying to be comfortable. He's trying to be comfortable. He don't want to throw the picks because he don't want the criticism. So why not give him another? Why not let his other tight end eat? And I'm pretty sure Schottenheimer, he should roll everything out. For real, he should roll everything out. Dak the OG, man. Same OG. I'm there with you on coordinators. Dallas has the talent, but they never have the plan. And a lot of back and forth. How many times in the post game did you hear the Cowboys sitting here talking about, we just need to be a little bit more focused in our preparation and all that? Damn, man. Hold on, bro. Y'all like 11 weeks into the season and y'all still talking about practice and we're talking about practice, man. Practice, not a game. Y'all talking about y'all preparation and practice. Bro, it just seemed like the team quit on Mike McCarthy, and it seemed like Mike McCarthy kind of checked out too, bro. Real talk. Them boys be what? Them boys be cutting and chopping dudes all game. Shoot. Hey, bro. Chip, chip. And that was back in the game. You know, back in the day, especially when, you know, teams ran that wishbone, boy. Them linemen get the cutting up out there. Oh, Lord. Whew. Matt Duchene won you some bread today. Get your money, man. You popping bottles, huh? I don't want to put your business out there, but I'm pretty sure he won you a big good coin. As the Stars did get that dub today, as they are in control of the Minnesota Wild. I know they mad about it. Keenan Allen, why not? How much would it cost? If it's gonna cost more than $8 million, I don't think Steven is going for it. If you can get Keenan Allen for less than $8 million, I would do it. I would do it for $10 million, to be honest with you. But Stephen Jones is not going for double digit. He's not going for double digit right there, bro. I don't see that happen. I do not see that happen. I don't see him paying a double digit for a veteran receiver like that. Like you say, it's going to have to be a veteran on a cheap deal. Otherwise, we're getting younger. Straight up. Low-key, Dallas was dissing McCarthy all year. I said that, bro. Like, you could just tell the players were disconnected from it, bro. And what made things worse, you had an instance where here comes Jerry Jones flying his chopper out on the practice field. Like, come on, bro. But Mike McCarthy, I mean, a lot of us sat there and said, damn, bro, if I was Mike McCarthy, I would have threw the season too, bro. Like, you were reluctant to really bring me aboard. My job was already on the line. Even though I know the playoff only one playoff victory, but he felt he did enough to contribute in it, whatever his contract was. But damn, it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. And for the Cowboys, I think the Joneses wanted a fresh start. They just didn't want to. They didn't want to pay Mike McCarthy for nothing. So they just didn't. They just didn't do nothing. They just didn't do nothing and said, okay, just make this do. They didn't do nothing. They paid their star players late, bro. They made life a living hell for Mike McCarthy. And I think Mike McCarthy's like, you know what? It'd be good for me to go ahead and sit back out a year. And I don't think he'll get another head coaching job. I don't believe so. Because if preparation and if y'all weren't practicing hard because you had lapsed practices, nah, bro. That ain't, I don't see it working for you. I don't see it working for you. Allen for $5 million. Shit, I wish. Allen go for $5 million, sign me today, yesterday, last week. I damn so take that immediately. In words of Bernie Mac on Players Club. When can we start? Immediately. What you mean? Immediately. I damn so take that. HR needs to send Jerry home from work. You really, you know what? It's actually kind of crazy, bro. Like, this is actually an off season. I haven't heard too much from Jerry Jones, bro. I'm actually like being honest. Like, you haven't got that many sound bites from Jerry Jones of the start of this off season. I didn't really hear him too much about the draft. I mean, not the draft, the combine, but we all know when the draft come around, he'll be front and center. But as of right now, I haven't heard too much from him. And Stephen Jones is doing a little bit more talking. But like I said, Stephen Jones, I think he doesn't mind to get out the way and let football people do what they need to do. I just think he's cheap. He's just cheap. So he might not be the one that wants all the glitter and glam. He might not want that. He might like being the villain. He like being a bad cop. But damn, how long has it been since the Cowboys organization really had a bad cop around there? A long time. Jerry old ass finally sitting down. Bro, like, you think you're immortal and all that. Nah, bro. I think he can clearly see the end of it. And I think it's just more of he just needs to enjoy time. I know you're invested with the Cowboys and all that, but now is your time to just really enjoy this, bro. Like, enjoy this. Enjoy your family, bro. Don't spend time worrying about the Cowboys no more and give it. Look, whatever happens, stuff like that. But, bro, let the New Jacks handle it over. And I say this with a tongue in cheek because I'm like, bro, I don't want to get to a point. I don't want to get to a point being a Cowboys fan where if things get so bad under Steven, we're like, damn, bro, I wish Jerry was still around. I don't want to get to that part. Oh, nah, he don't want to get to that part. Hell nah. Hell nah, he gonna be hurting. He gonna be hurting. I don't want that. Steven ain't no better. And like I said, man, he a cheap some. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he cheap. Like, bro, you got a whole fortune. You know, in the words of Mike Larry on Bad Boys. You know what I'm saying? What Marcus Bornett was telling. My daddy didn't leave me no trust fund. I mean, damn, bro, you got a whole trust fund, bro. Chill out. Spend some of that money. Spend some of that money. Do something. Do something. But you know, like I said, as the draft starts to get closer and closer, I'm trying to figure out what we're gonna do for the draft. Are we gonna live stream or should we just go should we hit up a spot for draft night? Either or. Trying to figure out how we're gonna play this, you know what I'm saying? Get a vlog out in one of these, bar specials, tell me what he should hit up. Should he hit the Bombshells? Should he hit the Twin Peaks? Should he hit the Hooters? Should he go out to Allen, hit the, tight ends? Boy, ain't been out to that one in forever. That's just a long drive, but we can always do some things and stuff like that. So y'all let me know what's going on. I just got the reminder. It's about 10:30 right now, so man, let me go ahead and jump up off this live. Man, I just had to show my face, man. It's been a minute. Like I said, I've been doing some family things. My brother's birthday was this weekend, and at the same time, the weather is changing. Had to do a lot of spring cleaning, getting the tree limbs up, getting the yard cleaned up, getting the cars cleaned and detailed, all that type of stuff up. Trying to get all that stuff up out the way while getting ready for baseball season, while Mavericks is still fighting. Like I said, Anthony Davis came back. My take on Anthony Davis coming back, it looks like he's still not 100%, but we'll probably see a little bit more when they play the Knicks tomorrow. But his presence alone is easily made life a little bit much more better for the Dallas Mavericks. Before I go, let me just look at the scoreboard. Let me scoreboard watch. Milwaukee is up right now. It's a tight game against Phoenix. So come on, Milwaukee. I need y'all to pull through. Because right now we sitting in the 10th, and if y'all get this victory tonight, hey, and like I said, Phoenix schedule does get harder down the stretch, so that's something that you're gonna have to be worried about. Boston right now is up 10 on Sacramento, so that ninth seed, is still up for grabs. That ninth seed is still up for grabs because you look up as of right now, the Mavericks are just a game. They're just a game behind the Kings for the ninth seed. They're a half game up on the Phoenix Suns. So, like I say, I need Milwaukee to win this game tonight. Milwaukee, go ahead and win this game. That'll keep us where we're at. If the Kings lose, then it's a race for 10. Now it's a race for the ninth seed. So let's keep doing it then. Let's keep doing it. Come on, we need these victories. Come on, Boston. You do what you do. One of y'all teams have to lose. If Sacramento lose, that's good. If Phoenix lose, that's good. Either or. But one of them got to lose. If both of them lose, that's even better. I will take it. So Mavs get their victory over the Brooklyn Nets. They will be in action tomorrow. We'll have post-game reaction to the game tomorrow against the New York Knicks. AD is back. We'll get some more talk about that. The Dallas Stars end up getting their 45th victory of the year as they get the win over the Minnesota Wild 3-0 tonight. They'll be back in action, I believe, Wednesday. They'll be in action against the Edmonton Oilers. That's a tough one, and it's going to be a late night game. So we'll probably see if we can get a stream that game because I got some good things going into Thursday, man. So it's going to be fun time, man. Wednesday is going to be packed. Thursday is going to be something packed. The Rangers open the season. The Mavs will be playing the Magic. And then you got the Stars later that night, man. Kick it with y'all, boy, if y'all need something about some DFW sports for sure. So you need to be worried about them. I'm getting me an addition to make my live shows better, bro. We're gonna really have some fun with this, especially with the type of comments you bring, bro. For sure. For sure. We in the desert right now. Who you talking about? What you got? Texans sitting on them. Hey, I mean, I was surprised to see them give up Larry Tunsil and all that type of stuff. I really was. But yeah, man, I look for this to be a fun week. I look to go live every day this week. On some DFW sports, because it's really going to be jumping like that. Like I said, tomorrow won't be too much action. It will just be the Rangers and it'll be the Mavs. Wednesday will just be the Stars. So I don't know about. I could stream the Stars game. Since I haven't been to a Stars game this year, my dumb ass fault. Yeah, let's go ahead and just do a live stream for that game. Let's do a live stream for that game. Wednesday, lead us into Thursday to do something big. So let's do it, man. Hey, man, it's been a good time. I done hit the hour mark for y'all. I really said I was only gonna take about 30 minutes, but my people in the chat room did get this thing jumping for your boy, and I want to appreciate that. I want to appreciate to my man, Mr. Cowboy Gabriel, my man Marcus Lowe's great up in the building. Appreciate y'all for joining in, making this a little bit liver than what it was, man. Like I said, man, I know I be in between these lives and content. I know sometimes I should do videos and just go over certain points, but I think I'm really better at doing live shows. And once I get the added stuff to it, we're going to make the live shows just that much more better. But I think my videos where I stand pat is really them game vlogs. So I kind of want to keep it separate and just keep my videos as my game vlogs. But lives, we'll just always, have something to get up off our chest to do some things with. So that's how we going to do. He said stream from a seafood joint. Man, I can't stand seafood. I'll give me some hush puppy and some shrimps or some chicken tender and tater tots. But you're right. But it's more about the scenery. Us. I don't even want to say men. I mean, especially when it comes to sports, even women. I mean, you get you an environment where it has the women serving and all that type of stuff. Everything has good time. So I think I'm gonna start probably doing that a little bit much more. I'm gonna specialize in game vlogs, but I'll probably start doing more of like going out somewhere, catching a game, and vlogging that way and stuff like that. So we'll try to do some stuff like that, bro. We'll try to keep the content going in between now when I'm not always going to games, or if I don't live stream the game from here and give you post game. Regardless, we'll do some more things and just try to. I want to make it a DFW thing, hit up a lot of spots in DFW. Like I said, hitting a lot of spots in Arlington, Grand Prairie for sure. You got those spots. You got Fort Worth right next door. Irving got some good spots. Dallas always got good spots. You go out there to Plano. You go out there to Carroll. I mean, you got a lot of good spots out there that he could try to do. So that's what we're going to try to hit up. So, man, like I said, the Mavericks are in play tomorrow. So their game is at 6:30. We'll look to go ahead and drop us a live post game 9:00 tomorrow for the Mavs and Knicks post game, as well as we'll have some Ranger content to talk about as well. So y'all already know what to do, man. If you missed this full thing, man, go ahead and catch it on the playback, man. If you catching this on the playback, man, hit the like button. Go ahead and drop a comment, man, and let's get this thing up in the algorithm, because DFW Sports, I think 2025 is going to be a whiff of fresh air to some degree. Now, it didn't start good with Luka. It didn't. But there's no getting past that. But it's time to rise up. You know what I'm saying? It's time. In the words of Pops off of Friday, what do you get your ass off your feet? Ain't no time to be no. You know what I'm saying? It's time to rise up, and I think this is all that the Mavericks can do by continue to fight. So, Dallas Stars, just look. Keep high position where you're at and just make it count in the postseason. Now it's about getting to the Stanley Cup Finals. That's what it's all about. Rangers, it's about staying healthy, and let's get back on track offense. That's what we're needing y'all to do, because y'all really, if y'all can carry the pitching staff, I believe y'all have the chance to win the AL West, even though my man, Mr. Cowboy, might disagree, but that's a story for another day. So I catch up with y'all, man. DFW Sports Raps. Like, subscribe, hit the notification chime. Follow me on X at Drewski Selfmade. We'll put some more things up for where you can follow me for day-to-day things at. But until then, man, y'all know my slogan, man. Do everything with love because love always wins. And that's the law. Till then, I'm out, y'all. See y'all tomorrow, 9 o'clock.
Self-made independent hoe, I'm all about my businesses. I consistently continue to bring energy and know that keep it popping like I'm full of electricity. Try to hold me out, I wish you would have the audacity. Take a reflexive, now I'm shitting on the industry. Self-made not a title cause it's my identity, and wear it on my skin like it's a part of my ethnicity. Mary keep on blowing like instruments in a symphony. They keep a player buzzing like Twitter when you mention me. Being 100's a everyday living tendency, and ain't faced by hating, it makes me increase my intensity.